Hidden Object Guru here with hot new game Paws and Soul, where you play as a ghost wolf. I mean, I think. And you can't play it with your controller, because heaven forfend anything be easy, am I right? Alright. Okay. Grab him up. And let's do this. Go for it, Horror King. Alright, new game. So wait, I can play with the gamepad. Alright. Still not... Oh, there we go. Yay, I just had to manually switch it to gamepad because it doesn't know how to detect gamepads. Alright, let's do this. Yay! Oh, it's a magic forest. Full of forested magic. And forests. Plus a little magic. Aww. Oh my god. You're so cute, Mr. Wolf Who Yawns.
Wolf Who Yawns?
You missed the yawning wolf.
Oh.
Remember to get that door for me. Alright. Thank you. Oh, look at him go. Wow, awesome jump.
I don't remember anything.
And he has dialogue. Just slightly weird.
I feel very strange, but I can't understand why. In this place. Have I been here before?
Yes.
So I'm a wolf? Why am I so surprised?
Why do I know the word wolf? That's madness, Horror King. I'd say you're pushing yourself too hard, but I trust that you know yourself. Boing, boing. Oh, boingy wolves. They're some of the cutest kinds of wolves. There's a little bit of running sound effects, not much though. Oh, buddy. I wouldn't say the frame rate's that bad, although it might be in your computer based on where we are. Apparently Mike's seeing this with a very choppy frame rate. I'm going to blame the streaming for that, but I can't say for sure that's the issue.
I wonder why I can see these two so well.
What two? That was only one person. Well, I'm confused. Yay! Oh my god, what is that glinting thing? Is it gonna make my wolf do something cute?
I had a feeling I could influence this world. What happens if we collect more?
Oh, well no, I don't think 40 frames per second is terrible, Mike. I thought you meant it was like very choppy. Anything over 30 I'm fine with. So can I just jump down? What's the situation here? You know, I recently played a game as a dragon rider, and the whole game is literally just go and collect shards. Whoa! Okay, that's pretty cool. And it looks like this might be the same thing, but with a wolf instead of a dragon rider. It's weird, just because of the way I play games, I literally don't consider, like, 40 to be a low frame rate. I think as long as you're over, 24 frames per second, thumbs up emoji. Obviously, I've seen higher frame rates and recognize that they look better. I just largely don't care, unless it's a game where, sphere. I'm blue now! Oh, I got you, Mike. Mike is saying that he doesn't like that it's in between. Like that it's this weird choppy 45 instead of being rock solid 30 or rock solid 60, which I get the appeal of. Frame rates going up and down can be very disorienting for a ton of people. Then again, I just played 70 hours worth of Deadly Premonition 2, so you're not going to hear me complaining about frame rates for any other game. Unless, you know, it chugs to a halt like a certain Hearts Island did. Oh my god, what was going on with that game? It was game like 6 frames per second. And it had, you know, it was monochrome. I know it's just the world had way too much detail and the monochrome actually created problems because everything had a weird, different, stippled texture to it. But yeah, that game was a disaster. And you're going to do those workouts in addition to the swimming horror kit. Nice. I get you, Mike. So what are you playing, if I may ask? Okay, what have we got here? Oh, hi, Green Sphere. Am I green? Oh, I'm green now! Yay! Hopefully at some point alien robots will show up and I'll use my new magic powers to, like, breathe acid at them. But this might not be that kind of game. In fact, there's a really good chance this isn't that type of game. Do I have a map? Don't have a map, huh? No. Also, you can't work the menu with your controller, which is an issue. Well, I've got a mouse right here, but I probably shouldn't have to. Just FYI, everybody, you're hearing a lot of complaints out of me, but this game is in early access. What do you call it? This game is in early access, so they have time to fix a lot of this. Deadly Premonition does, in fact... Hey, Pedro. Does, in fact, go single digits if you play it for more than an hour at a stretch, and then go outside to a place with a lot of buildings and people. It will get down to single digits. Are you saying I have to catch a Butterfree? 100% I want to catch a Butterfree. Feature selection that will give you the ability to raid Butterfly to jump higher for 30 seconds. Oh, nice. Yeah, it can get down to single digits, like I said, if you keep playing it. Whoa, puppy! Careful. Uh-oh, I think I'm almost out of super jump. We did it! Yes! Interaction, press F. Interface, press Q. What's the difference between that and interaction and interface? So this will unlock if I find 50 spheres?
Michelle? What are you so upset about? Or do you want to go to the park and get some ice cream? Or we could go buy you some new toys.
Do I have 50 gems?
I want to go to the park, please. Mama and Papa, they left me again.
Oh no!
So, that's the thing. Oh, ma chérie. Are you upset about
So do you
your
think this is
parents?
translatable? Because that's just the runic alphabet.
Please, promise we go to the park together.
Oh, chérie.
And I got a screenshot of it.
I
Hurricane.
understand you.
But yes, Mike, to make it
I
clear,
would be very
as long as you're
upset
willing
if
to
my
shut down
parents
Deadly
were
Premonition once an
constantly
hour and
away
restart
on
it,
business and wouldn't have time for me.
you will be able to keep the frame rate quite respectable.
Nonsense.
And they say they're working on
Of
a
course,
patch,
they
so we'll
love
see.
you very much. I know it for sure. Michelle, your parents don't always get to show
I
their
didn't realize how
feelings for you.
tiny this wolf was. Like, I
There's
don't think
nothing you
wolves
can
are
do
being
about it
like...
now.
I'm looking at
But
her height,
what
so...
we can do
Assume that lady's
is eat
5,
some ice cream
6.
and have fun together.
That would make the little girl
On the other
almost
hand,
3 feet
when your
tall,
parents
which
come
makes
back,
this wolf
why don't you tell them you'd like to spend
Uh,
more time with them?
like 14,
Maybe
16
they
inches
just
at the
don't
shoulders, which
understand
is
how
a
important this
tiny,
is to
tiny
you.
wolf. I think Monday Horror King, I would have to check.
They're too busy. They don't care about me.
I asked the
Ma
internet to help me
chérie,
get repeating digits, and they
they're
were
your
nice enough to
parents.
comply.
They will always have time for you. Otherwise,
Oh, there's a
I will
counter at
give
the top
them
left.
a long
Alright,
lecture.
I need 11 more to help this little girl somehow. Hopefully there's 11 more here and I don't have to go through that jumping puzzle again, because that did not go well. Hey, Isaias! Hope you're having a good evening. Don't see anything over here. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to go back down the old-fashioned way. Oh, wait. Maybe not. I'm not seeing a ton up here is the problem. Well, of course I do, Mike. Mike just commented that's weird that I have 0 stars on Hitman. I have never once tried to do a good job at Hitman. I load up Hitman 2, I get a gun, and I go, and there's no better word for this than the technical one, gun crazy. Because, and this is what they won't tell you about Hitman
It's
and Hitman
definitely
2.
the wrong way.
Yeah, I figured that out.
I think
Hitman-
it's the wrong way.
I know. You can stop telling me that. I figured it out the first time. Just put up a red line or something.
It's definitely
Anyway,
the wrong way.
well, how can this be the wrong way? I'm trying to go back the way I came. Anyway, yes. What people don't tell you about Hitman and Hitman 2 is that they are literally the most satisfying third-person stealth shooters in the world. Because the game doesn't encourage you to just shoot everybody. But if you do, it's like the most satisfying stealth game you'll ever play. Oh no, I get it, Mike. Don't worry. I was like, you are never going to have more fun shooting guys than you are playing Hitman and Hitman 2. And I assume Hitman 3 is going to be the best way. And it's entirely because of how good their physics engine is. When people get clipped, they go down hard and it looks fantastic. Especially, I'm trying to think what was the best. Oh, the castle in 2 is amazing. The farm in part 1 is amazing. Like, they have these incredible maps for gunfights. Also, you can dress up in crazy costumes when you're doing your gun rampages in Hitman, so that's pretty satisfying all on its own. Dressing up as a plague doctor or a scarecrow, a ninja, although that's more the original Hitman games. Not a lot of ninja costumes in modern Hitman games, sadly. Hitman games used to be sillier than they are now. This is Paws and Soul, a game where a wolf is going through a metaphorical journey of self-discovery, figuring out a little girl's trauma. Do I know what it's out about?
This is the wrong way.
This is not the wrong way, Wolfie. This is the way I came, and I need to get back to that.
It's definitely the wrong way.
Oh, don't you frigging dare do this to me, Wolfie. I need to get back to the thing to help this little girl get to the park. Don't you friggin' dare, Wolfie. Flamingo mascot was a great costume. That was pretty badass. The suit of armor you can dress up in is pretty cool. Okay.
I
Woohoo!
think
We
this
did
one
it!
is different from the other ones. It looks like a girl. Maybe I should follow her.
I should. Let's do that. Wait, which way did she go? So that's the way I came in. She went down this hill and I saw her on the downslope, right? Yeah. Seriously though, you're not going to have more fun in a shooting game than Hitman or Hitman 2. Like that first map in Hitman 2 where you're at the mansion on the beach. You're like creeping through the reeds and shooting people with shotguns and like hiding in the house and shooting people through roofs. It's so amazing. Paws and Soul is the game. So P-A-W-S, Paws and Soul. Or I should have said Paws,
It's
like Jim
definitely the
Davis's
wrong way.
company. But, oh, this wolfie can't swim? In real life, wolves are great at swimming. They are fantastic swimmers. I'm doing great, Maddie. Yourself? And it does have a bit of Shelter's vibe, although obviously the world is much more moved towards cartoony realism than Shelter's polygonal world with the hard facets on everything and the flat colors. But yeah, I'd see where you'd make that comparison. Oh, what a cute tree. I didn't have... Oh, no! It's a crib!
I heard crying before I woke up.
Do you really want to call him David?
Oh?
Yeah. Do you like this name?
I don't know what to say.
Darling, please don't avoid the question.
I think this might have been made
Okay,
by
I get
French
it.
people,
I
because
like
she
it.
said, "Do you like this name?"
As you did the previous 100 male names we've been considering before.
No,
And that's
seriously.
how you would say that in
I
French.
like the name David.
Huh. Signed
Whereas
and
people that
sealed.
speak in English would say, "Do you like that name?" Not this name. I don't know that it's made by French people, I'm just saying. That's a language quirk I've noticed when people who are born French speakers try to write in English rather than having a translator do it. It's a very easy, not mistake to make, I mean, it's just a different way to phrase that, but if you're trying for authenticity to how native English speakers speak, that would not be how you would say that. I see. Fascinating and logical too, Maddie. Right, what have we here? Nice.
I think it's the wrong way.
I accidentally spawned his complaint twice, which is alright, fine.
What do you
And I'm
think he'll be
beginning.
when he grows up?
Oh, more
Don't
with the
you think
crib.
it's too early to think about that?
I'm sure it's never too early to think about that. He might become a doctor.
No, don't pressure your kid.
Are
You're
you
gonna drive
serious?
him crazy until he
Please
kills
don't
himself
tell me
and
a
gets
lawyer and
reincarnated
economist
as a
are going
ghost
down
wolf.
Uh, I won't tell.
Oh, look how sweetly he's sleeping.
You're both such boring
You're gonna
people.
tell me you could watch this for hours, are you?
Ha ha.
You can laugh pretentiously all you want, but I've never felt as happy as I do now.
Me neither. I love you, my dear.
Wolf! Checking out the baby. I can't really make out any details, sadly. That is great to hear, Maddie. Personally, I don't believe in friends. I'm kidding, of course. Just seemed like a horrible thing to say. Wait, I've already spent 50 gems. How am I just now getting to collect the trophy for getting 50 gems? Mike goes on hike. I've never heard of that game. What's the name of the developer that made this, Mike? If you can tell me. Qu'est-ce que pense de sa âme? Is how you would say that in French. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez que sa âme? And that is, translates cleanly as, what do you think of this name? But we would say, what do you think of that name? We're just talking about literal translations here, and that is what often happens to French people. Just like how French people would say, I saw him last week, or I haven't seen him since last week.
I gotta run. You sure you can do this?
Don't worry, I can handle
Aw.
it.
French
I'll be home in an hour and a half.
French people would
Be sure to
say,
call
I
me
haven't
if I
seen
forget
that
which end of
since
the
a
bottle
week
to
ago.
give it.
Love you. See you soon.
Just talking about how French people speak English. Because they're talking about a baby, right? And so he said, what do you think of this name? We should call him David. What do you think of this name? And, of course, people speaking English say that name. But French people say this name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Was this game originally done in French?
Well, I don't know. Electro Stalin Entertainment. Oof. Aww. Got a Hatsune Miku bottle. Nice. I just got a Captain America bottle to add to my other Captain America bottle because I had to retire my Punisher bottle because carrying around a Punisher water bottle isn't a good look anymore. No. Would not want to be seen in public with a Punisher water bottle. People might think I was a cop,
There are no big
which is a pretty disgusting
But
association.
Mark said he saw one when he was out in the woods.
Probably saw some animal and took it for Bigfoot.
No, he said it was definitely a Bigfoot.
Why is the dad saying there's no Bigfoots?
Say it was Bigfoot. But you don't have to be afraid. Because Bigfoots are actually afraid of fire.
There are 100%
Your
Bigfoots.
dad will watch out for them while you sleep. You want me to tell you a story?
Yes, I do.
Whatever happened with that little girl who was going to check out the park? Oh, they're from Moscow. Well, there you go. All right, I was wrong about it being French. It's a translation by people who speak Russian. I have no idea how Russians speak English. It's possible they have some of the same quirks that French people who write in English do. But I can only tell you what it sounded most like to me. I was totally wrong about that. Woohoo! Thumbs up emoji.
Worm?
I was
Yep,
hesitant.
Look
I like.
like this.
Doesn't
Oh.
it hurt the worm?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't hurt it. Do you want to try it yourself?
I don't know. Worms are nasty.
I guess you're right. Definitely not the nicest creatures. But you like to eat fish, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Sometimes we have to do the most unpleasant things for us to get what we want.
Ew.
Someday you'll understand.
Your moral relativism is... your moral relativism conditional and situational morality is very creepy, Father. Very creepy indeed. The world doesn't get better by accepting that things have to be done a certain way. Butterfree! No, I know. I got one before. I guess it respawns after I run out of the 30 seconds if I screwed up the jumping puzzle. Not that I'm going to screw it up on purpose to check, but... Whoa! This wolf flew way farther than I thought he was going to. You go, Wolfie. You're the man. We made it to a secret cave! Yay! And there's more symbols on the wall.
Another strange place. I wonder what happened this time.
I'd love to
There
know,
you are,
fake Sam
sweetheart.
Elliott.
I lost you.
I just wanted to pet the puppy. He's so cute.
Well, it is about
You're
French
right.
people.
He's very nice. And I know you've been secretly taking care of him for a while.
How many points do I have?
Don't disappear so suddenly. At least tell me where to find you.
I'm sorry.
You really like
I have
this
no idea how
puppy,
much
don't
101 ounces of water
you?
a
You
day
give him
is.
a name.
I've always said the minimum is 2 liters, but
A golden caramel.
I don't know how much an ounce is, Maddie.
Oh, his fur
Electrostalin is a
really
very
looks like
strange name for a
caramel.
developer.
Tell me, would you like to take him home?
I wonder what else they've
Oh, I
done.
wish I could. But Mama and Papa won't let me.
Oh,
Why do you think that?
I asked them to buy me a dog, but they said it would only
Damn.
furniture.
her parents are the
Maybe
worst.
they wouldn't have enough time to spend with the dog and train it, and that you wouldn't manage to do it alone.
Oh,
No, I got this. I spent time with Caramel feeding him and petting him and hugging him. We'll all play together. I'll introduce him to some friends.
damn right you will.
Ma chérie, I think you should show Caramel
Ah,
to
thanks,
your
baby.
parents and tell them what you just told me.
Oh, she wants to get a puppy. Can I afford this? I don't have the 60. All right. Well, we'll get it and we'll come back. Wonder if I screwed up by going in the wrong direction earlier, and now I'll never be able to get enough money to do that. Oh, 3 liters. Gotcha. Was a rock and roll creation.
This butterfly allows me to see the hidden truth.
Oh, I love hidden
Now with
truths.
its help, I'll know for sure whether something is true or false.
You mean there's gonna be you're gonna see the secret pathways? It's usually what that means. I don't actually see any secret pathways yet, guy. There we go. Thank you. I guess I had to be, a certain amount of closeness to it. Also, I'm not blue anymore, so I guess one blue butterfly only counts for one secret revealed. That would make sense. You don't want to just give people an ability they're going to abuse. It would be great if you would tell me how many items I had, though. Aww. The save logo's a paw print. Boing, 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 boing. I know that's annoying. I just really like that sound.
It's a good sound.
I own 2 of
Why did you buy him a
Electro
game
Stallin's
console?
games. Wow.
He's been longing to get a console as a gift, especially since all his friends have consoles.
You could have at least discussed it with me first.
There's no game
I'm
console in
sorry,
that
honey.
setup.
I know you were totally against it, but I couldn't resist buying it.
Hope we're not spoiling him too
What's
much.
wrong with a game
Don't you
console?
worry about him spending all these Christmas holidays at
Parents
home?
like, oh, you shouldn't have a game console.
Honey,
It's the
relax.
21st century.
It's just another toy.
Most people on Earth
I
play
just wanted
video
to grow up to be
games.
a man.
Yeah.
Oh god, this
It's
guy's the
not
worst.
just hunting, fishing, and camping that make a man out of a boy.
Grow up to be a
let's
man.
see. Hope you still want to put him in the Boy Scouts.
Of course. But only if he wants to.
Come on, get off the kid. Let him
There
play
you
a
go.
little.
My head hurts, so I'm going into that.
I assumed as much. Did you get all of your dreads?
Not all of them, but all of those.
Okay, good. I'll find the other drugs for you. Okay, and we have 48. Oh my god, I need 12 more if I want to do that thing in the cave? Typical Nightmare and Not My Day. I'll have to check to see if I have played them. Although them giving me games previously would serve to explain why they sent me this one.
You
I
really
hope if
want to
I've played
send
them
him off
before.
To study
I
at
like
heaven
them.
knows where.
Not at
What?
heaven knows where, but at a very prestigious private
What is wrong with
school.
this guy?
But what's the point? It's so far away. We can only visit David a couple times a month.
Honey, I'm just suggesting we think about it. We have plenty of time. Don't you want our son to have a great future?
Sure I do.
No.
But I also want him to be happy. I'm not at all sure that going to a private school away from your
This
parents
wolf
can
is
make someone
tiny.
happy.
He doesn't even come up to her knee.
Exaggerating. These institutions have been around for hundreds of years, and tens of thousands of children graduate from them every year. Do you think all these kids are unhappy?
Also, there's got to
You know
be a
that I
private
studied at
school
such a
closer
school.
to your home.
Do I look like an unhappy person to you? I have a lovely wife and a wonderful son. Please, think a little. I really want the best for our boy.
I don't know. I don't feel it's right at all.
Your wife's right about
Understand your
this.
feelings. I remember how my mom worried about me, but in the end, everything worked out.
Okay. I don't like the idea, but I promise to think about it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
As well you should. That would not surprise me, Mike. Now, let's make sure I didn't miss any gems back here. Or soul fragments. I don't know what they're supposed to be. All I know is I want to help that little girl get her dog. And I don't know how I go about that. For his gang. And he looked, and he saw that it was good. That's right, singing songs off of the album The Gospel According to Spinal Tap. It's a real Sam Elliott kind of voice, isn't it? You can play Resident Evil 7 in VR on Steam now, right? Like they opened it up so the VR is the VR works in Steam because it used to be exclusive to PSVR. Or is it still a no on that front? God, I'm so excited for Resident Evil 8, especially if it stays VR. You can just look up Sam Elliott. He was most famously in a little movie called The Big Lebowski.
Poor David. I hope they're not serious. I hope they're not really going to send him to that school.
Yeah, that would be a terrible
I
idea.
think
I'm with the
David has
wolf on
something
this
to
one.
do with Michelle. What does it have to do with me? Why do I see them in particular? Why do I feel like I'm seeing them for a reason?
I did not,
I have
Horror
to move
King.
on.
Well, or maybe
Try
I
to find
did.
answers.
You'd have to tell me what the
I wish I could remember.
message is. I wish that too, you adorable wolf monster. More importantly, I hate that I have to walk so far back after getting the next 7. Oh, so it's not in VR on Steam yet. That sucks.
These people,
I thought they
don't
would have opened that
understand
up by
much,
now.
and nobody gives me any answers. I think the picture will be clear soon. All I've left to do is keep going. It's getting more and more interesting with every step.
Damn right it is. The thing about Resident Evil 7 is, as I said in my review, you play it in flat, like a 9 out of 10. Amazing game.
More and more wonderful.
Play it in VR, completely transformational horror experience, the likes of which you've never seen. Oh, sure, Horror King. Yeah, I mean, I already posted a tweet, but I can DM you a tweet of the repeating digits. It was pretty badass. Well, this took a turn for the This took a turn for the macabre.
That's a change. Everything looks so different.
Creation to meet Big Bang.
But I don't want to go to this school.
You've said
You're
that
right to not
1,000
want to, David.
times.
David, listen. You can call us anytime. We will definitely visit you. Besides, we will spend all the holidays in
Boarding
Hawaii.
schools screw up kids.
Will you visit me every weekend?
I'd love to, honey, but unfortunately, we can't afford it. I'm having trouble at work, and Dad's money is going to pay for your tuition.
If you don't have enough money, why send me to this school for the rich? To get rid of me?
David, if you hadn't spent all your savings on games, there might have been more money in the family.
Wow, this guy's an asshole.
You always blame my games.
David,
Leave me alone. I'll do without you.
I think he better cool off now.
well done, John. Very good remarks.
I haven't played
Very
Alex yet, Mike.
Quiet,
I've got it
John.
sitting on my computer, and I really should load it up.
Don't say
Damn.
Oh no. They still decided to send David to some private
Oof.
school. What for? Yet it went so well. They seemed loving and understanding parents. And this sounds like betrayal. Strange. I feel anger and resentment. As if I'm being sent there, not David.
Perhaps you are David. Aroo! Arr, 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 arr. No? Okay. Yeah, I was a little ashamed of myself. I will, Maddie. The problem is that I can't really, my computer is good enough to play Alex, but I can't, it's not good enough to stream Alex or record me playing Alex. So I can't really show it off for people on the channel. But if and when I get the new computer, then boom, I will play the hell out of Alex. The thing that kept me from wanting to play it was I just, I didn't want to have a compromised experience with it, and just in the first 5 minutes, I could tell that my computer was at the absolute low end of being able to run the game because it's just so visually intense. And I'm like, this isn't going to be a great experience with Alex, and I want Alex, from what everyone has told me, I want it to be an incredible experience for me to play. So I'm going to wait until I have a new graphics card, maybe processor. Not RAM, I got plenty of that, but obviously my graphics card is not up to Alex. And I have to find out if it's a situation where I got a 5-year-old computer. Can I just slap in a new graphics card and it'll work great, or are we going to have to rebuild it, new motherboard, new processor? The point is I got to do a ton of research before I'm fully on board to play Half-Life Alyx. If that movie of mine gets optioned, then boom, I'll get a new, at least graphics card, maybe a new computer. And we'll go from there. It's very creepy sound effects, weirdo. So kids are mocking him at school. He's having a rough time. His parents are the worst. Boarding school. That's where scumbags live. Don't you get it? Yeah. I don't know what's going on with that voice, but I was very happy about it. Boop. Okay. Where to next? Aha! More gemules. There, I've got my 60 gems. Which means it's time to go back and deal with that puppy situation. Obviously, I'm not going to record the whole trip back. That would be insane. So yeah, the gate was closed. The cave had gone in. That was a clever way of me trying to say cave, and it didn't really play. Anyway, there was a cave in, so I'm not allowed to go back and check, which I'm kind of ticked off about because I wanted to go and find out what that was. And I'm really wondering where the extra, like, 15 gems I needed were. Apparently they were pretty well hidden. I don't know what the love chat is, so no. Oh, you meant live chat. No, I know, Mike. 1060 is the absolute minimum requirement. And so when I loaded it, I'm like, well, I'll be able to play it. And I load it up, and I'm like, well, it plays, but I had to turn the graphics all the way down, and the frame rate still had some hitches. It can be played, it's just not great. Oh, you should totally check out Hard Bullet. It is, well, it's unbelievably gory, but it's meant to look and feel just like Hard Boiled, hence the title. So not only is there great gunplay, but like every bullet that hits everywhere creates either like a puff of dust or a shower of sparks, plumes of blood fly off guys. Like it feels like an unbelievably hectic John Woo action movie. They've done an incredible job. Right now, I don't know what their plans are from the game. At the moment, it's just a gory sandbox of like this office area where you shoot dudes. But I have to assume it's going to get bigger and better as it develops. It's amazing. Boom. It's fine. Sprint, you little beast. Yeah, if it hadn't said that my graphics card was the minimum requirement, I probably wouldn't have even loaded the game up. Because I wouldn't have wanted to be disappointed at all. But it's like, the game assured me, Half-Life Alyx here, is what I'm talking about, that I would be able to play it. So I gave it a shot, and no, it was very borderline. But that first sequence when you're in Rooftops of Paris, and then you walk into the building, you go through the sewers, and you walk around City 17, it's pretty gorgeous. Like, it's fantastic. And I can't wait to see it, running smoothly. Oh yeah, exactly, Mike. Turned down all the way, I was still blown away by how incredible it looked in VR. It's an amazing game. I was picking up markers and writing things on whiteboards. Like, it's an incredible game. It's just, it was obvious that when I started shooting things, it wasn't going to work, so I didn't want to have the experience ruined for me by my crappy graphics card. Boom. Oh, I did, and thank you. I was very happy to hit repeating digits. I have a fixation with numbers that are palindromes or have repeating digits. So, expect me to make a big deal. I just hit 11,111, so 11,111. Expect me to make a big deal when I get, so I want sequences, I want palindromes, and I want repeating. So, I will also make a big deal about 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then I'll relax about numbers until I get to 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, people seem to really like the Quest. I haven't ever used a Quest. I don't mind wires. I know a lot of people, wires are a deal breaker in VR. I don't mind wires at all. So I haven't bothered checking into the Quest. But everyone I know who has a Quest, I say everyone. I know 2 people who have a Quest. And you know what? They both friggin' love it. The only reason it's a big deal for me is that, I just have always had a fixation with palindromes and repeating digits. I just like looking at them. It's the same reason I remember phone numbers by turning them into math equations as best I can. It's always easier for me to remember a phone number if there's a distinct pattern, or I can mentally create a pattern. No, I get that, Maddie. Like I said, wires don't bother me, but I know a lot of people who don't like it. And Mike, I'm not surprised to hear that the best level in Half-Life Alyx would be a horror level, because as we learned from the horror level in Half-Life 2, making horror levels is the thing that Valve is best at, and they should really just full-on make a horror game. But they don't like making video games, so there you go. Like, slow, creeping, escalating horror with surprising moments of gore is, like, the best part of the original Half-Life, and especially the zombie town in Half-Life 2. Feature that selects the ability each mover elects for loopholes in the rocks. What are loopholes in the rocks? Totes are okay. It's a perfectly good question that I'm not recoiling from. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Mike. Facebook is just pumping so much money. Like, they're just handing money, like hand over fist, to developers for the Oculus, and all you have to do is make it an Oculus exclusive game. And nobody is doing that with Vive. No one is saying to developers, here's a giant stack of cash, but it has to be a Vive-only game. And I know most of them are timed exclusivity, but it doesn't matter. Like, they're making us wait 1.5 years, 2 years to play games. That's very frustrating. I mean, I was kind of hoping that Valve would start doing that, because now they have their own Vive-compatible headset.
His first week didn't go so well.
Clearly. I mean, the subtitle said different than what you were talking. I was kind of hoping that, Valve would start kicking in money to developers, but it doesn't look like they're going to. They're just, like, trusting the fact that they made this incredible game is going to get people to buy their helmet. And yeah, Half-Life Alyx is incredible, but people are going to beat it, and they're going to want 20 other games. Where are those games, Valve? You should play the Half-Life, Matty. The first one is good, is like the best game ever made until you get a gun, and then it's just a really great game until you get to Zen, and then it just kind of sucks. And the second one has a nice balance of quality all the way through, and an unbelievably good zombie level about halfway through the game. Although I guess you weren't really asking for my review of Half-Life and Half-Life 2. And Episode 1 and Episode 2 of Episodic Half-Life are also great. Sad they never did Episode 3, but what are you going to do? I read the plot synopsis. It's fine. Was it stormy as beans and so you had to fight the waves? Because I know you enjoy that. Hey, was that a Butterfree up there? I thought I saw a Butterfree up there.
Mom?
Oh, okay, it was, but no one's
I thought you
catchable.
were coming for a week.
Oh, there she is.
Well, after that phone call, I thought I'd surprise you.
You got super
How are
tall.
things? You mentioned recently that you made new friends.
Yeah, Rick and Martin. We met at lunch.
Well, that's great news, honey. And what do you do in your free time?
We mostly talk. Yesterday, Rick offered to play some board games, and we like similar video games. We agreed to play
Aw.
together online during the summer holidays.
The school year has just begun, and I see you have serious motivation to wait for the summer holidays.
I feel like you got a bunch
Personally,
taller from the next
I
time.
like the idea of board games.
I mean, they're fine, but what are you going to do? Boom. All right, we're going to take a break here. I have been the Hidden Object Guru. I'd like to thank you for coming on this journey with me. This has been Paws and Soul, a very chill and meditative game about a kid going to boarding
Now
school.
it's my turn to
Oh,
tell.
here we go.
I didn't get any student grants like you, Rick. And my parents are
Damn.
quite ordinary. Not like yours, Martin. I don't really understand why I'm here.
Well, this is information we all already
Sometimes
have.
I think
Where
my
are
father
the...
just wanted to
Where's
get
the
rid
ghost
me
of him?
by sending me away from home.
He did.
He never liked me spending a lot of time playing games.
He sent you to school to get rid of you. Is that what you think?
100% that's why he sent him away. Nobody sends kids to boarding school because they like their kids. Famously, Donald Trump got sent to boarding school because he was the worst, most annoying and awful child in the world, and his parents wanted to be rid of him. He's never not been a scumbag. Anyway, as I was saying, there's buttons coming up to help you see more from me. Questions, suggestions, related whatnots, go in the comment section below the video. I'll see you back here for more new and upcoming games. But until then, I'm going to say that's right. Au revoir.